it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my June TBR. I read a lot of books in May, and I probably won't read as many books in June, but we'll see what happens. The first book I want to read this month is Once and For All by Sarah Dessen. This is a YA contemporary standalone. It follows this main character who is the daughter of a wedding planner. The main character in this book doesn't really believe that she can love again since her first love ended tragically. However, she meets this guy named Ambrose that changes her mind. I've heard great things about this book, and I've never really read a book about wedding planning, so this book should be interesting. I've been in a contemporary mood lately, and I've been reading a lot of Sarah Dessen books. I've read most of Sarah Dessen's later works, but I've never read some of her earlier works. So I wanted to go back to the beginning of her work and see if I like her earlier works. This book follows a main character named Haven, who's in her last year of high school, and she's dealing with a lot of changes in her life. Her parents are getting divorced, and her dad is getting remarried. Also, her sister is marrying the wrong guy. They don't really seem to fit together. She's remembering a certain summer where everyone used to be happy together, and she's wondering if she should try to make her family fit back together, or if she should embrace these changes that are happening in her family. This is Sarah Dessen's first novel, so hopefully I like this one. This is one of the books that the How to Deal movie with Mandy Moore is based on, so hopefully I like this book. Next, I want to read Someone Like You. The How to Deal movie was based on Sarah Dessen's first two books, and I've seen the How to Deal movie a couple times in my life. It's a cute movie. So I want to read these books and see if I like the movie more or if I like the two books that the movie is based on. We'll see. Next up, I want to read Dreamland by Sarah Dessen. This is another YA contemporary standalone. And I want to read all of Sarah Dessen's books this year, so it shouldn't be a surprise that I'm continuing to read books by her. The next book I want to read is This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen. I don't really know much about this book. All I know is that it's a Sarah Dessen book that I haven't read yet, and I definitely want to read it. I may also reread The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen, since this was the first book I read of hers, but I read it about 4 years ago, so I don't really remember a lot of the details that happened in this book, and I might just want to reread it and to see if my feelings on the book have changed, or if I still love the book. I remember giving The Truth About Forever 4 out of 5 stars, so hopefully I like the book a second time around. After that, I'll have read all of Sarah Dessen's books, and I can't wait to see when she comes out with something new. Next up, I have Where Futures End by Parker P.V. House. This is a YA science fiction book, and it's a standalone. It follows these 5 teens who are all living in different futures across time. The world has basically destroyed itself. But there's this parallel world that the main character discovers he has access to, and this parallel world may be the key to saving the real world and to save all the futures of these 5 teens at once. I love science fiction and parallel dimensions, so I'm curious to see how all of these characters' storylines intertwine. I think this is going to be a book that I'm really going to like. The next book that I want to read in June is Transcend by Jewel E. Ann. This is the first book in a new adult romance duet, and I'm actually buddy reading this with a friend that I met on Goodreads this month, so hopefully I like it. This book follows a guy who's a single dad. He needs a nanny to look after his daughter since his job is busy, and when he comes in contact with this nanny, he develops a good relationship with her. But then the nanny starts remembering things about him, so the main guy is wondering whether he has met this person before or why he's remembering strange things about him that he hasn't told her. The premise to this book sounds really interesting, and I'm intrigued to see how a relationship develops between them. I hear this new adult book is particularly emotional and heartbreaking, so hopefully I like this book. I haven't read anything by Jewel E. Ann before, so this book will be my first book by her. And if I like this first book, I want to read the sequel. Those are all of the books that I am planning on reading in June. Comment down below and tell me what you plan to read this month. I'd love to know. If you want to see more videos from me, I'll put some videos up on the screen in case you guys want to check those out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.